Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first ever test run of Altered Society Wrestling Federation. Here you're going to see feats of daring do you have never seen before in your life, performed by athletes of the greatest, most immaculate skill you will ever behold. Please enjoy your stay.
Yes, everybody, welcome to the stream. We are excited and nervous, but we hope that you guys will enjoy and that we will do justice to all of your creations.
Now, mind you, a lot of these are still sort of works in progress. I lost a lot of time yesterday being, ill with 102 temperature and not feeling like doing much of anything.
I felt bad. My temp show was 102.
Listen, you have given me the exact same excuse, so...
And yet, look at all I accomplished when I felt bad.
Only because you were forced to.
I know.
So,
hello, KJ. Hello, Brennan Cuevas. Hello, Gazi. Hello, Tiny. Welcome, welcome, welcome. May the odds be ever in your favor. Hello, Zerk.
Something like that. Alright, so we're going to get started with the card that we mentioned in the Skype chat, which is going to see two of the people in the chat right now get right down to it, or their newest creations at least. On one end, we have Alexander Hamilton, being managed, of course, by fellow Mancunian, and a man who's taken interest in his training and come up, being Johnny Winston,
the technician.
Quite a legend in the business. Johnny is.
Welcome, D-Train. Welcome, Omar. It's always nice to see you.
And on the other side, everybody's favorite mascot, Brandon Cuevas.
The rebel, Brandon Cuevas.
He has no manager because he didn't tell me he needed a manager or not. So.
He's made some noise about how he expects that Johnny Winston had better not interfere in the match.
Interesting indeed. And like I said, this is going to be kind of a kick back, relax, get used to doing it, and also show off some of the things we have made, as well as some of the new things you guys have made. As these two young men are trainees in the ASWF system still, they are going to be playing at the ASWF BattleForge Arena. And this is going to be the show that they're on for a while they gain experience.
Okay, apparently I'm not sharing audio, so I need to fix that real quick.
Oh.
Because all I can hear is what's reflecting off your mic.
Oh, okay.
Very strange, because it says that it's supposed to be sharing.
Is yours muted? Because it's definitely showing that it's muted.
I think that's something you have to fix.
Oh my word.
Oh, wait. Can you guys hear me now?
Did that fix it?
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Well, apparently this is taking place in New York City, even though the BattleForge is pretty well rooted at Ground Zero at the fairgrounds, State Fairgrounds of Columbus, Ohio. And coming all the way from Manchester would be this man holding another company's belt, because he's just that damn good, I suppose, Alexander Hamilton. He's been making a lot of waves in the newly revitalized UK wrestling scene, and looking forward to seeing what he's got to offer us tonight.
Well, action coming up here, guys, and I'm willing to bet this will be one we won't soon forget. Totally agree, Michael. When you have two superstars as hungry as these two competing in the ring, you can bet it'll be memorable.
And there you see Alexander.
And remember, when he gets on a roll, he's nearly impossible to stop. You are absolutely right, Cole. So I would expect to see his opposition do everything possible to prevent momentum from swinging too much to his side.
Simply put, Johnny Winston is a living legend in the business, and so it is a huge feather in Alexander Hamilton's cap that such a man has taken an interest in his career.
Welcome to the stream, Maddie.
Here we see Hamilton getting ready. He's getting ready for his opponent.
Sitting in the dark like a dog.
All of us are.
And there you see Brandon Cuevas. He's playing to the most fun name to say today. Name to say. I swear to God I speak English.
We all do if we try hard.
And his opponent, from Newark, New Jersey, weighing in at 200.
So here he is making his way down to the ring. He's made him a little bit of a name for himself in other federations, and he's gotten a couple of big wins along the way, but there's definitely some more work that could be done. So we are going to put him into our BattleForge and see what he can come up with. Big boy right here, real powerhouse of a man. So we're going to see how he turns out here.
From where I sit, he certainly seems more focused than perhaps I've ever seen him. He's got one tall task ahead of him here, that's for sure.
Jeez, alright. Good thing this is a test run. If this was live, if this was like live, we'd be screwed.
Well, that's what test runs are for.
Out of curiosity, is the game audio muted on your guys' end too? Alright, about ready to get the match underway here. Both men preparing. And let's get it on. Alexander Hamilton right out the gate with a Rough Rider. My God, he is coming out like a house of fire right from the get-go. Indeed not, and maybe he realizes that's part of his strategy. After all, the guy who is in his corner has gotten through most of his career being smaller than most of his opposition as well. Johnny might have told him right from the jump, hey, you gotta be on this guy and never stop.
For a moment. For those who aren't familiar with him, what can they anticipate out of him here? He appears to have his game face on tonight, and he...
Oh my God, a blockbuster off the top rope. Alexander Hamilton is not stopping.
He's simply reminding him.
Chop to the chest, elbow to the head, kick to the leg. Oh, he's everywhere. Brand
Brandon said that he was concerned that Johnny might make himself known, but I don't think Johnny's going to need to.
big suplex right there. And now maybe Brandon can take a little bit of control of this match. That's what he's going to have to do as a big guy. He's going to have to keep Hamilton grounded. Hamilton takes Brandon Cuevas out of the ring with a clothesline. My God, and it looks like he's just going to let him be counted out if that's going to happen. Smart. Takes him down with a Thesz press. Good. I gotta say, this Alexander Hamilton guy is really aggressive. Another Rough Rider right down there. Brandon Cuevas is seriously going to have to put some offense together on the outside if he wants to survive.
Drops the leg with some serious force there.
Big leg drop. And he follows it up, just throws him away. I don't know if trying to wear him out like that is the way to do it. This guy's got a lot of endurance and stamina to him. Leg whip reversal there. And Hamilton hops back in the ring, breaks the count. He wants this. I don't know if he wants this to go clean or not. Off to the corner with Brandon Cuevas. Getting put up to the corner. Hamilton's got big plans for him up there. Big arm drag off the top rope. My God. Hamilton's been all over this guy. I don't know. Brandon might have come out just a little bit asleep for the start of this match, and I don't think he's going to get it going back again.
Brandon might have underestimated Alexander Hamilton because he's not familiar with his work.
That can make him so dangerous. You may be right. This is very much the first time we're seeing Alexander Hamilton at work in this or possibly any federation. Ooh. 1, 2, no, not just yet. But that's the way he's got to do it now. If Brandon Cuevas is going to win this match, he has to take this opportunity and stay on top of Hamilton. Oh!
I don't know what Brandon was thinking.
No water in the pool on that one, and Alexander Hamilton is back on top. Well, what's he got in mind now?
Changed his mind.
Just making his presence
And
felt.
Alexander Hamilton is busted open.
For the first time in the BattleForge arena, we have blood. And let me tell you, the ASWF, and especially its hardcore division, is a bloodthirsty lot. So, welcome to the Fed, Alexander Hamilton. Big leg drop right over that wound. Now,
Brandon is surprisingly fast for a big man.
indeed, he's got surprising nimbleness, and that is one reason why our illustrious leader, Derek Silver, saw fit to bring him into the fold.
I think Mrs. Silver might have just liked his color scheme.
Maybe, possibly, perhaps, perchance.
Oh, he's able to reverse it. He's going to have
Oh! I don't know if working over the gut is a good plan right now. You might want to keep working over the head. That's what you've got injured right now. Yeah, like that. That's a good idea.
Alexander Hamilton's still not going down. I think Brandon might be getting a little frustrated with this. Going for a submission.
He may be in the best
Nope.
physical condition I've ever seen him in.
Nope, just going straight for pure power there, which is about right. I don't know what kind of submissions this guy has. He's very much a striker and powerhouse. That's what we've seen mostly out of him, and he has got to work on that endurance. Whew. Mr. Silver's going to have him running laps around the ring if he gets gassed out now.
Face first into the match.
Oh, he's getting set up. What's it going to be?
He looks for it once again.
Could it be? Oh! Go to sleep, and that could be it. 1, 2, no!
I don't know where Alexander Hamilton is finding the wherewithal to kick out of all of this.
It's pure stubbornness at this point, I swear it.
Trained an eye as I do. You get to a point where you can see the finisher coming.
Another whip around here.
To something here. It's coming, and it's coming very soon.
Very basic chin lock here, just trying to wear the head down. You can see Johnny out on the outside there. He's not taking it very nicely. That his protege is currently taking a lot of damage. He's trying to tell him to get back into the match, give him a little coaching. Brandon slams down on that arm. Thinks that's going to be it. 1, 2, no. Who wins a match off of an arm wringer anyways? Like, that's...
Nobody worth mentioning.
Now there's the counter.
I don't think they did that back in the 70s, man.
Alexander Hamilton trying to
It's starting to look bleak for him now. Tonight may not be his night, guys. This is surprising to me. I would have thought
Alley-oop bomb out of the corner, and that could be it if Hamilton would just jump on him. Instead, he's going to sit there. One. No. You know Johnny's got to be mad about that turn of events. He could have had him there if he'd actually gotten on him instead of jerking around, trying to find the right angle. Oh, is he getting ready? Could it be? Is it time? Oh my God. Pedigree right in the middle of the ring. This could be it. I don't know.
Not even a one.
I don't know if Brandon was just angry or if he knew he had his arm under the rope. It's a good thing this isn't a standings match, but I gotta say, we're seeing a hell of a match out of these two right now. I'm proud of them.
Oh, nobody home for Alexander Hamilton.
And I'm sure the Silvers are proud of these two as well. They're putting on a heck of a match for just being trainees. Leg snapper there from Brandon Cuevas. And he might have it here. 1, 2, no, 2.9.
Brandon's going to argue with the ref.
It could not.
Recommend it. It's not going to help.
It could not have gotten any closer than 2.9, and that's what that was. Going to open up that wound more with those big elbows. There we go. Now he knows he's got Alexander Hamilton's stamina drained. And a neck snapper right over the top there. All right, how you going to finish him off, big guy? Old school pile driver right there. That should have been the finish.
But Brandon is not done punishing Alexander Hamilton.
He's just mad at this point.
Brandon has been told in the past that he does his emotions with testing.
And it might even be happening now. Hamilton mounting a bit of a comeback here with that drop kick. Oh, is he going to get the big guy up?
Wow, look at the strength of Alexander Hamilton.
Oh, hell of a jackhammer right there. But he's not done yet. I think he wants to put him up with another one.
They have done serious damage to the neck.
Here we go. Brings him back around.
Brandon reverses.
All right. And we're back to neutral. Yep, standing switch. Hamilton losing that much blood has to be affecting his vision. I think that's why he missed that clobber. 1, 2, no.
Alexander Hamilton kicks out.
He has got to be going on instinct alone at this point. There can't be anything left in the tank other than pure will to win.
Whether Hamilton wins or loses at this point, Johnny Winston has to be proud of his protege.
Yeah, but at the same time, Johnny Winston is a known perfectionist. And so, seeing some of these mental errors. Another GTS. That has to be it. 1, 2, 3, it's over. Brandon Cuevas wins his very first match here in ASWF. But hell, you have to give both men a round of applause because they put together one heck of a match out there. And you know what? Alexander Hamilton fighting through as much punishment as he got, as much blood as he lost. Bravo on him. He did great.
And welcome to Brandon Williams.
Indeed. But so even though there are no points on the line, you have to wonder if maybe, just maybe, this is going to make Brandon Cuevas look a little better in the eyes of Derek Silver and maybe even get him in line for the Next Man Up Championship.
Alright guys, real quick before we go to the next match, I'm going to try to get my audio working.
Yes. Yes. In the meanwhile, you can take a look at our collection of games and see exactly what we've got going on.
No, we're just going to go to the blue screen.
Oh. I do apologize for the delay. For some reason, we're having technical difficulties with my broadcast partner's microphone.
Go to party settings.
And I do not know why.
Try adjust microphone level.
Testing 1 2 3. All right, so that's got me good. That's me good. That's fine. Try it on your end.
Alright guys, I'm trying this again. I don't understand why my audio is muted, and because I'm a moron, apparently I can't unmute my audio.
Yeah, you're seeing the glory of a real-on live stream here. Well, that's the damnedest thing. It's not even detecting that you have a microphone anymore.
And I don't know why.
Anybody out there in the chat got any ideas?
Oh,
There you are. Hello. Hi.
I think I fixed it. Yay!
Yes, there you are.
I did wiggle it all more, and that worked. Thank you. Can you guys hear me now?
We good? We good.
Okay, Tiny says she can hear me, so I think we're good now.
Alright. I think we've squared it out then. So as we see, Brandon Cuevas is still celebrating his victory.
He is very excited about this win, and understandably, because Alexander Hamilton put up one hell of a fight.
Indeed, that boy's tenacity has to be respected. So now we're moving on to our next match of the night, and it's going to be a big boy brawl. That's right, a three-way dance between three of the biggest men on the Firestorm brand. Now,
And welcome to the stream, Hugo, by the way. I think I tried to say hi to you when my audio wasn't working.
let's see, so triple threat. Do I have a three-way mat?
We have a
That's a
table for
tables.
3 match, but I don't think we want to do that right now.
Yeah, that might go a little too fast for what we're looking for right now, since we're filling some time. So... So, the three biggest men in the company at current are as follows. We have, of the wild cards, Deuce McClure. We have a newcomer who might be familiar to some of you. His name is Paul Utaker. And finally, standing over on the other corner, if I can remember his stinking name.
There he is.
The Executioner.
Oh, and welcome to the stream, Goddess of Fancy. Hope you're doing well, dear.
Halloween Havoc? No, thank you. We can wait for that. No, instead, we are going to be going to the ASWF Firestorm Arena.
Yo, 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 Blazed Radio is in the house.
Blazed Radio is in the house. Dang. We're getting all the heavy hitters come out right now. Alright, so... let's make this... elimination rules. I don't know. Do we want to do 2 out of 3 falls for these boys?
Sure, why not? We have time.
Alright. Okay, I guess we can't do elimination if we do that. How
Well,
about a falls
shoot.
count anywhere with that then?
Sure, why not?
Alright, 2
We're
out
all
of 3
friends
falls.
here.
2 out of 3 falls count anywhere. Alright. And here we go. So now, all three of these people have not been seen yet. So it's going to be an experiment to see how they all play well together. The one thing they have going is they are all super heavyweights, and they are all big, big boys. They hit like it, and they fight like it.
Mrs. Utaker cheering for her son, as one might expect.
Naturally.
Who else do you guys like in this match?
Yeah, just from looks alone, who do you think's gonna take it?
I mean, as I might have mentioned to Yellow Pages earlier, these are some huge bitches. I'm only saying bitches because I don't know your names individually.
Truthfully, I would dare say the Executioner has a little bit of an edge here because he's more used to fighting alone right now. His former manager, the Spectre, hasn't been seen for a while, and so he's been really going out on his own, whereas Deuce has typically been able to stand on his by the side of his tag team partner, Reese Harker.
I was going to say, I hope he's not standing on Reese, because Reese is much smaller than Deuce. Cassie Mattermed also falling for Paul Utaker. Paul Utaker, our only legacy wrestler.
I gotta take these belts off these boys, man. They going out winning other companies' belts and stuff. Dang.
They're just grabbing them off the merch table and wearing them out there like they earned it.
Count Anywhere match. Making his way to the ring.
Oh.
From Biloxi, Mississippi, weighing in at
Anyway, here we have Deuce McClure, as we said, typically a tag team specialist, out here in his Sunday best, apparently. He don't care who he's gonna face. He done been interrupted, and he ain't gonna take to it. He gonna put somebody down tonight because he been interrupted from his latest venture at the craps table. But here comes now. That's the man, Paul Utaker, right there. Son of Mrs. Utaker.
And obviously Mr. Utaker.
Well, yes, too.
I just wanted to make sure no one thinks that we're implying that he's like Mrs. U's outside kid.
Well, no, because we're not dealing with a Mordred Nightwalker situation here.
Love you, Mord.
Ya man whore.
That's why we love him.
Exactly.
This young man's been trained by both of his parents. I can't wait to see what he's got to offer in the ring. Both of his parents obviously legends in the business. Rumor has it they may be signing contracts with the ASWF in the near future for the Legends division.
Yes, and to give a quick explanation, the Legends division is where all of the really well-known names from the Digital Wrestling Syndicate are going to end up in the ASWF. So if you have been around, if you've won titles, then you're going to be with the other legends. And you will show up at supercards and things like that, but you're not going to necessarily be the focus of the show. Make sense? And making his way out to the ring and taking his good sweet time.
Are you gonna rush him? I'm not gonna tell him to hurry up. Fuck that.
Here comes the Executioner. And he is as imposing as his name implies.
He may or may not be a time-displaced Viking. The jury's still out on that.
Time-displaced Vikings, we got those too.
We've got that in stock in the ASWF.
Yeah. Hugo very much feeling in his feelings right now. He's gonna take his tiny bald ass out there and start pushing the Executioner by the lumbar. Just go faster. And here he's making his way in. The crowd down to a hush. And here he is.
Pay no attention to that bald man behind the curtain. Finally, much later, we're ready to start the match.
And let's get it on. None of these guys with a sprinting start, as you might guess.
Oh, and Deuce just lays the Executioner out with a lariat and then goes straight after Paul Utaker. Backbreaker.
That's what you get for trying to sleep on Deuce. You know, you go over there, start taunting, he's going to get in there and get right in your face. Trying to break the arm of the rookie right away.
Oof.
And just a straight punch and another broken arm. My God, Deuce is angry tonight.
Maybe he's dressed up for a date with Dina.
Maybe. Maybe he's mad that we forgot to put on, you know, managers for this match.
I mean, nobody else has a manager. It wouldn't be fair. Johnny pulled out some little-known, seldom-used clause in his contract that said he could come out whenever he wanted. This is you urging on her son, saying that she's taught him better than this.
Yeah, Mr. Paul Utaker, he is kind of the people's favorite from what I saw in the chat. But let's see if maybe some of these other guys can win a few fans. The Executioner going right after the new guy. Big suplex brings him right back down to the mat. This is the way the Executioner does things. He puts you on the ground and he keeps you there.
You're not really dead, you just wish you were.
We are being joined in the broadcast booth by someone very small. Hello.
Hello, small child.
Whose small child is this? Is this our small child? I do not know this small child.
Goodbye, small child. We loved you.
Anyway, back to the match. We've got the Executioner going right back after Deuce, putting those hammering blows down. And he is trying to control this action as much as possible. He wants to be known that he is the biggest dog in this yard. Don't tell Mark Calloway or Roman Reigns that I said that, but he probably is. Big shoulder butts there, trying to wear down the newcomer, Paul Utaker. But then Deuce comes back on the offensive with another head ram of his own.
Deuce has apparently got something out for the Executioner. I don't know if words were exchanged backstage.
We might be hearing more about that. I have a feeling we're not going to see the last of any of these men at this rate. Utaker with a big suplex back into the ring.
I think that's more what his mom had in mind. Utaker taking control of this match now. And I spoke too soon. Deuce is just not letting this go. But, only a 1 count.
Big elbows to the shoulder, trying to wear down those big strong arms of Paul Utaker so he can't throw people around as much. Running powerbomb near into the ropes, nearly puts him out of the ring. Good God, the Executioner is not playing around anymore. Here we go, big choke slam. This could be it. Down he goes. That's the finisher. He might beat up, but no, he goes to Mr. Utaker instead. I don't know why, but he just does.
And now I think he wishes he hadn't. Oh, not even a 1 count for Paul Utaker, however, but he continues to go to work on the Executioner.
And the Executioner reconsiders some life choices.
Deuce is going to pose for the crowd. Please don't break the ropes. We don't have spares. Get your big ass down from there.
Speaking of choke slams, we got another one from Paul Utaker this time.
But before he can capitalize, Deuce comes in. But Paul wiggles out.
Reverses out of that. That could have been
trouble. And he's
going
to choke slam Deuce for good measure.
You get a choke slam, and you get a choke slam. Everybody gets a choke slam.
We're just giving them out at the ASWF arena tonight.
come on down from 5 to 7 p.m. where we'll just be handing out the choke slams. Executioner with a big suplex. And only by the magic of non-Euclidean geometry did he manage not to suplex him out of the ring with that. Big spine buster there.
Paul says he's going to take a breather, probably the best idea. 2 count. Deuce is not ready to go down just yet.
And just remember, this is a 2 out of 3 falls count match. So whoever can get there first...
Deuce just got busted open with that big stomp to the head from the Executioner.
Ooh, now that could bring him down quite a bit. Nope, or not. Gut wrench suplex pulls it back around.
Omar, please don't pick up our drink vendors and chokeslam them. They're all union. We're going to get sued.
I'll tell you what, that's the last thing we need. But this is a very pro-union shop right here, so... We don't play around with scabs or none of that.
Apparently the Executioner thought that Paul had a good idea, so he tries to throw him on top of Deuce, overshoots a little, but still doesn't get him out of the ring.
I'll tell you what, these ropes are going to be taking some abuse from these boys. Like, we're going to have to retighten them. Oh, here we go. 1, 2, no.
Just a 2 count.
Here we go. Up and at him. We got a hot shot right off the top of the rope there.
Oh, Mrs. U saying that she's going to kick her son's ass if he doesn't get back in gear here. I wouldn't want to make the little lady mad.
No, she's a spitfire, no doubt about that. Oh, Deuce, what are you doing? Big superplex off the back there. Oh my God, we might have our first fall. 1.
Oh, not just a 1 count. Well, I'll say this for him. Paul Utaker certainly has a lot of stamina.
Yeah, he has taken one heck of a licking out there, and he is still ticking on.
I mean, that is to be expected. Mrs. Utaker is nothing if not persistent.
And we have another pinfall. 1. Not even a 2 count. Deuce right now just taking every opportunity he can to try and finish this match off. I think maybe he does have a hot date tonight.
I mean, judging from what his girlfriend looks like, I don't blame him.
Well, we might have to show them all off a little bit later, won't we? Another choke slam upcoming. Here it goes. Boom!
Everybody
right
picking
back
on
down.
the Executioner. Did he steal people's parking spots or something?
You've seen that guy park? You seen him take his hearse and park it across 4 parking spaces? Yes, he will do it.
Paul, you take it with a pin. 1, 2. Oh,
no.
Almost a 3 count, but Deuce manages to kick out just in time.
A 2.9 off the press slam. That might be the way to go. Another press slam coming up.
And that strength is very impressive, but although he is a big man, Paul Utaker is the smallest man in this match. Probably not something he's used to dealing with.
Indeed. We got a pinfall on Deuce. 1, 2.
Nope. Still not enough to put the big man down.
Only a 2 count. Now, it's worth noticing that he hasn't used it yet, but Paul actually does have a little bit of high-flying ability, and it might be time for him to start breaking that out.
Why the Executioner broke that up is anyone's guess, and that's what Paul's wondering as he kicks him in the back of the head mid-pose.
But it might be time for him to start breaking that out against these big men, because I don't know how well they can handle a guy as big as him flying at them, you know?
Oh. Well, goes for submission, but the Executioner, ring veteran of the 3, for that ring awareness, got to the ropes.
Big DDT from Deuce there. And
Paul's going to take another breather.
Paul takes a powder. We got big boot. This could be the end. 1, 2.
Oh.
No! My God. What is it going to take to put any of these guys down for 1 fall?
I do tend to agree, Hugo. Rope breaks are for pussies.
Alright, here we go. Now putting Paul up for a big suplex. Oh, gourd buster, never mind me. Deuce getting a little gassed out there. He's trying to take advantage of the lull in the scenery. A Uranagi slam. He likes to use that to weaken people and get them ready.
Instead of taking advantage, he's going for the executioner. Whoa!
With terrifying speed, he brings that reverse power slam around. And the executioner reconsidering his life choices. Man, it is not going to be an easy feat to take any of these guys down. This serves as a warning to anybody else in the Firestorm locker room. None of these guys are going to go down easy. Big choke slam coming.
Another choke slam from Mr. U-Taker. What's he got planned now? Oh, Deuce reverses. Pulls him in for a shoulder block. Goes for the pin one more time.
1, 2. Nope.
Still not enough. What is it going to take to put these big men down?
Maybe Dina should have been out here. Maybe she'd have an idea. Good God! They're going to break our damn ring at this rate.
Executioner just threw Deuce halfway across the ring.
The Executioner is strong, but I didn't realize he was that strong. Alright, now we're going for the submission. Didn't quite get the fall off of that. Deuce breaks it up. What is the strategy here? What is the plan? Alright. Putting him up in the Tree of Woe is Paul.
Oh, Paul, what are you doing? I don't know what his plan is. He's
just going to choke him out. He's just going to put that big boot right there.
Oh, punches the Executioner off the side. He only wants to deal with one of these men at a time. He might have just punched Deuce in the dick. Sorry, Dina. Hate it for you.
Oh. Crucifix powerbomb. Jeez. With a twist, no less. That could be it for Deuce. 1, 2.
No.
Damn.
And the Executioner comes back in. But he seems content to watch as Paul and Deuce go at it.
Would you want to get back in the middle of that?
I mean, not if I didn't have to.
2. Broken up.
Did we not tell these men that it was 2 out of 3 or elimination?
I don't know. If that didn't happen, we need to talk to somebody in the gorilla position. Deuce fighting out of the choke slam. We are seeing some true feats of strength in this match. Big side slam there. Executioner again reconsidering his life choices.
Might go back to being a park ranger after this. Nope.
Here we go. Another press slam from Paul U-Taker. Up and down. That's usually how it works. He's still not done. And a spine buster. And the Executioner getting back in. I don't know if this is the right plan. Oof. That's the thing with trying to put these big boys in submission holds. Pretty much anywhere in the ring, they can get some limb onto the ropes and cause a rope break.
Knee breaker. And Paul's not done with the Executioner yet. Goes for another choke slam. What is this, half a dozen choke slams apiece on these guys?
We're getting up there.
He throws Deuce into the corner. Throws him into the corner again.
Well, there's throwing a guy into the corner, and then there's throwing him into the corner, you know?
Alright, what's Paul got planned now? He's going to go for the pin? He is. 1, 2, and still not enough.
Executioner had a little too much time to recover on the ground before he went for that fall. Here we go. Gutbuster. And now the Executioner think that's enough. 1, 2, no.
Possibly unintentionally broken up by Deuce?
Possibly. I'll tell you what, these big boys are putting on a hell of a match.
And
this is
now the Executioner has been busted open.
Well, not like you can tell with his mask, but, you know,
So
it's the thought
Paul's
that
the only
counts.
one not currently bleeding.
We are going to have to probably clean up this mat pretty hard. We might have to just get rid of it and burn it once we're done, as much bleeding as these guys are going to do.
Hugo demands more blood for the blood god.
1, 2, 3. That's the first fall. Paul Utaker has the first fall. Now, if he can put him, he can put Deuce down one more time, then he's the winner of this match. And he's going right back for it. 1, 2, 3.
Well, there you have it, folks. The crowd called it. Your winner, Paul Utaker.
Impressive debut and good strategy from the guy. He had the Executioner out of the ring, so he took advantage after he beat Deuce the first time to go right back after him. That was smart. That tells you this boy has been trained well. And the fans do not go mild, they go pretty wild, actually. People are liking what they see out of him.
In the end, he showed that he is worthy of the Utaker name. Tells the referee, I don't need your help. Everyone knows who I am. They came here to see me.
And just to think, he did all of that while still wearing his, you know, mid-aughts fashionable neckwear.
But great win from Paul Utaker. An excellent debut for the young man.
Indeed.
And Hugo is apparently taking Paul to the titty bar after this. Are the rest of us invited to this, Hugo?
I wouldn't mind going to the titty bar after this.
I'm always up for the titty bar. Well, it's time for our main event. It's going to be a fatal four-way between 4 of the ladies in the company.
Indeed. And they're going to be a real murderer's row here. So, let's see. Do we want to do this elimination style? Do we want to put any
let's do
spice
elimination.
to this?
Let's do elimination style.
All right. Let's, we're going to go back to the Firestorm Arena.
Oh, never mind. I can play with that girl.
The joys of parenthood, y'all.
All right, Cassie, enjoy your dinner. Hope it's yummy.
Okay, it was a possibility. Let's see. All right. So, another rootable name here, Angelita Utaker.
Hopefully she can capitalize on the momentum her brother just had out there and do as well as he did.
Yeah, no kidding. Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit of a discussion backstage if those two can't both win.
Well, and welcome to the show, Mr. Utaker. You might not have seen your son's big win, but your daughter's in the next match. It's the main event.
So you'll get a chance to root her on. Next, we have Jaya Mukherjee, who recently dropped the Bollywood Balabamra gimmick.
Showstopper.
Something of a, how do we put this, unkind parody of Hulk Hogan?
I wouldn't use the word loving.
Yeah. And then we have our own resident ninja, Khadija Najafi. There we are. Yes, good, the green. And finally, a girl we have very little information about, named simply Dorothy. Bit of an interesting looking creature, and if you wonder why that might be, pulling you behind the curtain just a little bit, that is the creation of a 5-year-old girl. That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, our daughter is Dorothy's manager. This is what she wanted. And so here she is in all her glory.
All right, let's get it started. So this is going to be one heck of a match. 4-way elimination match between these 4 ladies. And I would dare say that whoever wins this match might be in good contention for the ASWF Women's Championship once things get really rolling.
Caroline McDaniel better take notice of this match then.
Indeed.
Omar rooting for Dorothy.
Gotta wonder what's going through all these women's minds as this match is getting ready to load up.
I'm pretty sure Angelita, Jaya, and Khadijah are slightly concerned about the competition.
Very potentially. Your women's title, Hugo. What do you need to tell us?
Sometimes Hugo likes to feel pretty.
Okay, but look, we're not doing the Eric Young thing or who was that one guy?
Harvey Whippleman is Harvina.
No, we're not doing the Hervina thing. That's
well, thank
not happening.
God for small miracles. Now we're in Dayton, Ohio. We're getting closer to the actual location of the ASWF arena.
And here she comes now, Angelita Utaker. Making her way down to the ring, very slow, very cool, very matter of fact. She knows who she
excited
is.
to be here.
She knows who she is, and she knows people came to see her.
Well, she definitely has the most name recognition out of the four.
But her opposition here
Here
tonight
we
is
go.
incredibly dangerous and simply cannot be overlooked.
Agreed. But I don't think she's overlooking anybody, Cole. That's not the kind of...
Bit of a love-hate relationship with the crowd based on that entrance. And
She appreciates the affirmation, but she doesn't need it.
that's a good way of putting it. And next, we have... They just keep stealing championships from other people. It's absurd, really.
They've obviously been watching Mama too much.
Maybe. But anyway, coming down to the ring, Jaya Mukherjee, straight from Mumbai.
By way of Happy Valley.
Yes, well.
Many people are saying that these women are the top competitors in the division. Would you agree with that assessment?
Showing off a bit of athleticism, bit of a reflection of her in-ring style. You're going to be seeing a lot of excitement out of this quartet. We've got some high flyers, we've got some technicians. We're going to be seeing some really good wrestling out of this quartet, I'm sure of it. There we go. And next up is an ASWF crowd favorite, truly athletic woman, Khadijah Najafi.
Khadijah and Jaya know each other very well. They faced off in the BattleForge when they were starting their training.
Indeed, and they've continued to run into each other's sets. It's a bit of an ongoing joke, almost, that where one goes, the other is shortly behind.
So for these superstars, it'll be important to make sure they're not on the wrong end.
Khadijah centering herself for this match, getting ready to face at least one unknown opponent and one opponent at least who is pretty much unknown to all the world, and one very familiar one as well. You have to wonder what's going through her mind dealing with this many elements at once. And the final entrant coming down to the ring in her good sweet time. Doop, doop. Anytime you're ready. Oh,
there she is. In all her glory.
All of her glowing glory. Nobody's entirely sure what to make of this young creature, Dorothy. We don't even know if she's really human or not, truth be told. She just sort of showed up at the BattleForge one day, said, "Hey, train me." And the Silver said, "Why not? Why not?" Let it be known that there isn't a single project out there that they won't take on. Anyways, simply for being such a vibrant and intriguing individual, Dorothy is also quite the fan favorite here in the ASWF. And it seems she's got a lot of fans in the chat right now as well.
I mean, if nothing else, Dorothy is certainly memorable.
She's very happy to be there, too. ASWF crowd more than ready for this face-off. Everybody getting ready, getting jazzed. And here we go. We're starting off right away. Jaya facing Dorothy and getting the worst of it right now. Whereas Angelita Utaker is currently taking her measure of Khadijah. Over the ropes with Khadijah. They're taking things out to the ring already.
Dorothy goes for a kick, misses again.
Hits.
Vaguely taps Jaya.
It's a spacing kick. It's a spacing kick. Alright. What do we got here? Big stomp and holding it in from Dorothy. Just walks right over the smaller Jaya.
Angelita and Khadijah going at it outside, and Khadijah sends Angelita face first into the ring.
Dorothy's just wearing Jaya out. That's surprising, considering we saw her be a former women's champion not too long ago. And Dorothy's just taking it to her, but now Jaya's turned things back around.
Welcome to the stream, TJ. It's so good to see you.
We do hope you like your stay, everyone, here in the ASWF arena. Things are really breaking down. A lot of action, act-paction, pretty much going everywhere right now.
Dorothy going to the outside to compose herself. Jai decides that she wants a piece of Angelita as well. Have to wonder if the older hands in the ASWF have decided that these new folks just can't be around.
Oh, we've got a rare double team out of two rivals here. Big double team DDT, and suddenly we're back to a neck snap from Khadijah.
Dorothy going back after Jaya.
Big backsplash there. Khadijah taking a bit of a different tack this time around. She's usually known as being a Taekwondo practitioner and using a lot of lightning-quick strikes and maneuvering to outfox an opponent, but she's taken a little more deliberate attack to things right now. But she might have the first fall on Jaya. One. Nope.
No, just the one count. Meanwhile, Angelita and Dorothy going at it on the outside. Big stomp to Dorothy. Angelita picks her back up. Kick to the gut. Ooh, and a backbreaker.
Jaya taking control again in the ring. Using a bit more of her brawling and mat style. And we're going to see something off the rope here. Oh, what she got in mind? Over the rope. Just a slap to the face. That is an insult if there ever was one. You can tell these two are rivals. Jaya going up top. Wonder what she's got in mind. Big leg drop off the top. That could be enough to take Khadijah down, but she is not risking it. She wants another slam, and she ends up paying for it.
Jaya reverses again.
Meanwhile, Angelita taking Dorothy down with a big DDT off the top rope. And that's our first
Dorothy
elimination.
Is eliminated. Angelina picking up the first elimination. Not taking a break, going straight after Jaya.
That is a huge momentum changer right there.
Big splash takes them both outside. Khadijah's recovering over on the other side. Dorothy is laying there wondering how she got there.
She's probably sad about being the first person eliminated, but don't worry, Dorothy, there will be other chances, and this isn't for rankings, it's just for fun. Well, as much fun as, you know, bleeding and getting beat up can be. Instead of going after the new gal, Khadijah choosing to go back after her old foe. Cradle pile driver. Shades of Jerry Lynn there. And Angelita's going to take the... Angelita takes the fall. That is astounding.
Khadijah seems okay with it as long as her rival's gone. Now we're down to one-on-one Angelita and Khadijah Najafi.
Angelita going up top. This would be a heck of an upset if Angelita could come out beating all three women in this round. And I say that because we have two former women's champions, one of whom has already been eliminated. And I do wonder if Khadijah is going to take any offense to Angelita taking the fall when it was her who did most of the damage. I wonder if maybe we'll see a return match with these two.
Oh, bounce off the ropes. Slams her down to the mat. She's going for the pin. What? Oh. Barely a 1 count.
Big kick to the back there. Up top again. Big elbow. Khadijah not quite sure what to make of this woman's attack so far. She's just now catching up. Oh, what do we have here? Big... Nice.
Thingamabob.
Yes, a big go to sleep. But now she is trying to get her momentum back up by talking to the crowd. Here we go. She's getting ready for something. What's it going to be? Super kick. And here we go. Axe kick. She calls it the glimmering scimitar, and that could be it.
Yep. Not
even. Get those damn rope breaks. Maybe Hugo's on to something. Maybe we do need to get rid of the ropes. Anyway,
ropes
big
are Hugo's
kicks.
greatest rival.
Here we go. Gonna go for a bit of an arm breaker here, trying to work her down a little bit, keep her from picking her up for that big DDT she saw earlier in the match.
Sends her into the corner.
Oh, and gets a gut wrench for her troubles.
Kick to the gut. Angelita dragging her into place. She's got something in mind. Oh, and another kick to the gut.
Here we go. Back into the corner. No. Khadijah, not this time. Oh, what do we have here? Oh. This ought to be familiar. A version of the Muda lock. Something that she learned from the Silvers herself. She could get Angelita to tap out here.
Is Angelita going to give up? Nope. Angelita powering her way out, sends Khadijah face first into the ropes.
All well and good. Khadijah's not exactly known as a submissions fighter. He's very much a striker. Oh, big suplex, but not even a count. You would think everyone would have a little more ring awareness so as not to attract those rope breaks all the time.
I'm going to blame this on new referees who don't realize that we don't really give a shit about rope breaks.
Whoop. 1, 2, nope.
2 count only.
Almost a win off the small package, but no.
Angelita pandering to the crowd a little bit. Now scrubbing her boot on Khadijah's face.
Here we go. Getting a bit of a comeback going. Wait. Khadijah's got her recovered. No, wait. And Angelita off the top rope with the double axe handle. She could be getting right back into this match with that. What we have here, modified back slam. 1, 2.
Oh.
Nope.
2 3/4.
Angelita has shown a lot of fire, but Khadijah is not going to go down that easily. Oh, a couple of counters traded back and forth.
Big punch.
Khadijah just taking it right to the face there. This could be it. That could have been the last gasp for Khadijah. Here we go. Another DDT off the top rope. This could be it. All right. Oh, if she can just muster the strength for the cover. 1, 2, 3.
And with a clean sweep, Angelita Utaker eliminated all 3 of her opponents tonight.
An impressive debut for both Utakers, no doubt about it.
The Utakers are taking the ASWF by force. They've set the rest of the roster on notice that the Utakers are here.
No kidding. I think a lot of the other men and women in the back are going to be looking to take their measure of these newcomers real soon.
And I know that there are some proud parents in the audience tonight.
To get the pinfall victory over such a high-quality opponent is incredibly impressive, Michael.
And there she is in all her glory, winning her debut match, Angelita Utaker.
So she doesn't have to deal with her twin brother teasing her about how he won and she didn't.
Yes, indeed. Well, that is the end of the scheduled card. However, we have plenty of time ahead of us. So, we're going to put on a couple of bonus matches. For one thing...
Insert Blaze's bonus boner sound here.
Wow. Wow. Well, I don't have his noisemaker machine, so... How about we get a couple of the other newer faces involved here?
Why not?
Just a straight-up normal match. Nothing to worry about here. We're going to go back to the BattleForge. Yep. We got a new face here in the Barbarian.
Speaking of time-displaced Vikings.
Well, yes, exactly. I told you we had him, and boy, howdy, we had him. And let's go with... Well, looky there.
It's a CC.
It's Chris Clarke. We're going to put him in his regular attire here. Now, both these guys are going to be in the BattleForge. They're going to be learning the ropes.
Welcome, Bill. Nice to see you under your familiar name.
Indeed. So, we know a little bit about Chris Clarke. We know he's a big fan of Randy Orton. We know he's got some success on D-Train's show. He's got some success on Hugo's show. Hugo personally took to building him up a bit. And we're going to do that as well, but we're going to see if we can't go in a different direction with him. We know next to nothing about the Barbarian.
I'm fairly sure the Barbarian's parents are secretly Tormund and Brienne of Tarth.
You might be onto something there. I accept that headcanon.
I reject your reality and substitute my own.
Indeed. So we're going to see how these two take to facing each other.
So who do you guys like in this match? The Barbarian or CC? TJ saying that Chris Clarke has had some success on Toad Wrestling as well.
I don't know if War has rejected the guy, but it is War's character, the Barbarian, so you might be onto something there, Hugo.
TJ and Hugo both pulling for CC.
Oh, here he comes now, the Barbarian, with sporting some impressive facial hair. Hopefully he's got something more impressive to him than just facial hair, though. If he can't get it done in the ring, he's not going to stick around.
Gentlemen, it's now time for one-on-one action. And Michael, it sounds to me like this crowd already
Ambling his way out to the ring very simply and easily.
And guys, you can bet there are plenty of superstars in the back crowded around the monitor for this one.
Yeah, this really is an intriguing matchup, Cole. The end result can very well trigger a domino effect on the rest of the roster.
Now, it's worth keeping in mind that some of these guys are works in progress. So, as we see, Barbarian has very simple entrance here. We haven't worked with his character very much. So,
he seems to have come out in his underwear.
So So, you know, we're going to be working to give him a little more spice and a little more zazz as we go along.
Bill Haight says he's got to go with the Viking-looking guy.
Okay.
And we've got Clarke.
And his
Looking like he just stepped out of the time machine, getting back from MPW.
at 199 pounds.
Well, for one thing, both of these guys are going to be wrestling in their Spanx, apparently. That's just what they're going to be doing.
The opening bell hasn't even rung, and yet both these superstars are
Clarke taking his assessment of this new area. Making sure everything is cool. Here he comes now.
Yeah, this isn't going to be easy for him, that's for sure. But he knew that when he
Now,
signed up for
if
this
you
match.
may have noticed, some of these rankings are a little busted down from where you might be used to them for. That's entirely purposeful. Again, in the training show, you're going to be from 76 to about 85 if you're on the training show. Then if you're on Firestorm, you're going to be from 86 to 95. 100 is reserved for the Legends division. So keep that in mind if you're creating characters for this new endeavor, that they may not be as juiced up as you're used to them being.
Yes, Omar, we're going to spice the Barbarian up. That's a spicy Viking.
Well, he comes right out the gate with a belly-to-belly suplex, so we may not need to worry about zazzing it up too much.
Oh, CC reverses. CC tries to grab him by the beard, and the Barbarian says, no, no.
I don't feel like grabbing a guy by the beard, Barbarian, Viking, or otherwise, is a great idea. At least not in a ring.
Whoops, that's my kink.
Just a reflection there. We got a big slam right there. Just a basic wrestling slam, but it is effective.
Yeah,
Big
Bill,
neck breaker.
you told us.
Big neck breaker there. Well, Bill Haight, if you want in, just let me know where I can find the Bill Haight character, and we can throw him right into the Legends division. There's even a couple of Legends belts, one for the men, one for the women. Because, yeah, thinking on, I hadn't shown off any of the belts at all.
Except for all the ones that our employees stole from somebody.
Oh, big knockdown blow right there. I gotta tell you what, this big Viking fella is just taking Clarke out to the watershed right now.
He knows he's in trouble.
He is... Oh, what's he getting ready for? He's ready. What?
Whoa!
Whoa!
He's a spinning, twisting, what the fuck?
Astonishing agility out of the bigger fella there. This guy has a big potential and big future in the ASWF. We're going to be seeing a lot of him, I'm sure of it. Alright, let's see here. Big knee drop from Clarke. He looks to be trying to take back over a little bit. But he might want to stop farting around with some of these transition holds and actually get to something aggressive. Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah, that's better.
Much
That's
better.
more like it.
Oh,
Big lion salt off the top there, off the ropes, but let's see. Nope. Alright, we got switches.
ooh.
Dropping reverse DDT.
Viking's slow to get back in. He might be reconsidering his approach with Clarke.
Clarke, meanwhile, sort of taking his measure of the big fella again. Sort of reconsidering his battle plan. Looks like his battle plan might include just letting him get counted out.
Gazi, why do you want to die?
We don't need anybody spreading that kind of negativity around here.
If you're gonna die, please don't do it under the ring. You'll smell up the whole arena.
Slowing considerably here. Guys, this is where we find out what he's made of.
Let's see.
Confidence he had in his face at the start of this match sure has disappeared.
Big arm slammer there. Looks like it's been pretty even out on the floor. Switching things around, but Clarke now using the environment to his advantage. Slamming the bigger guy around a little bit, and softening up those ribs. out on the barricade. Big backbreaker there. Boy, I've never seen that before. Yeah, no offense, but that's one of the things we're going to work with Chris Clarke a little bit, is to give him a little more unique movements and moves inside the ring. Because don't get me wrong, it's fine to be inspired by somebody, and it's fine to admire somebody, but when you're just an RKO copy, there's more we can do in the ASWF, buddy. But that CKO did almost put the Barbarian down, so maybe there's something to it after
no
all.
water in the pool for Chris Clarke.
Here we go. Barbarian taking control again. Big Superman punch there. Going for the pin. 1, 2.
Oops.
Nope.
Chris Clarke kicks out.
He's going to need to do just a little bit more than that. CC is a young fella, and he is smaller, but he is also battle-tested. Here we go, another backbreaker.
Oof.
Crunch. Crunch, block, splodge. Speaking of splodge, there's one right there. Here we go, drags him more to the ring. Go for a pinfall. 1, 2.
Well, at least Chris Clarke has been paying attention to the earlier matches and knows to get his opponent away from the ropes. You gotta say
absolutely.
that for him.
Oh, big reversal with an elbow to the gut there. And another devastating slam right there. This big fella's got a lot going for him right now, but he right now has a lot to deal with out of Chris Clarke. Big DDT there. That was a zesty little float over, too. We hadn't seen much of that. There we go. Brings him down with a snapmare, and now working over that neck is Chris Clarke.
It's the patented Randy Orton rest hold.
Only if it lasts for at least 2 minutes.
Well, it looks like the Barbarian is not going to wait quite that long for Chris Clarke.
Nope, getting back into the swing of things.
Well, bell clap, throws the Barbarian back down on the floor. And what is Chris Clarke up to now? He is just going to wait.
He's chilling, and he's getting some air back. It's a smart move.
Omar makes the good point. He hopes that we're making sure that people are here. Have you taken roll? Have you spied on their account?
Well, let me, no, see, we're not gonna do that shit. We're not doing that shit. We're just here to have fun, guys. It's not that serious for me. Anyway, here we go. Arm ring reversal into a Russian leg sweep. I'll tell you what, this Viking guy is impressing me. I hadn't even taken a look at him before we went live, and he has a lot of strong stuff going for him. But Chris Clarke easily escapes from that head scissor, and now he's going to drag him over to the ropes. Here we go. He's got him planned for something. He needs to hurry up with it, though.
Chris Clarke taking a little too long to get the Barbarian set up before, goes for something else, and gets a DDT for his troubles.
Here we go. Oh, big knee lifts right to the face. He might be trying to go for the knockout here, honestly. And I do remember turning knockouts on, so. Here we go. Another big Superman punch.
Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Oh,
no.
Chris Clarke just manages to kick out.
He might still be trying to go for that knockout, though.
Guys, when you have as straight an eye as I do, he's fighting.
TJ claims that Chris Clarke is carrying the Barbarian. Bold claim from Mr. Toad.
I mean, since he's a little more experienced, he might be doing a little bit of the match calling. But I believe...
At the same time, now he's not quite sure what he's doing. Oh.
Yeah, he's...
Oh, big forearm knocks the Barbarian down. Chris Clarke, despite the size that he's giving up, is surprisingly strong, and he's obviously the more nimble of the two. Not to say the Barbarian isn't nimble for his size, though.
Well, like I said, we here in the ASWF pride ourselves on having agile, nimble, and versatile wrestlers. You're not going to see a lot of people around here who are one-trick ponies, is my point. And big takedown there with the Thesz press and the blows. So Chris Clarke is showing that he might be undersized, but he is here to play. And he is here to maybe get a shot at that next man up championship. Once we get a few more people, we're going to see what we can do about setting up that tournament.
Chris Clarke is determined not to stay in the developmental show for long. He wants to be the main event.
That's right. Here we go.
Chris, what are you
big cutter.
doing?
Cutter off the top rope. Is he going to hit this? Yes, he
yes,
is.
He does.
My goodness. That could be it.
Now can Chris Clarke take advantage of this? Goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Clarke.
An impressive win, but not uncontroversial. I don't know how the ref didn't catch the big fella's hand right underneath the rope like that. We might be seeing some more out of these guys, because once we go see to the replay, the Silvers might take a little bit of offense to how things fell out with that one. But regardless, for this night, Chris Clarke is your winner.
Alright, question for the chat. What do you guys want to see in upcoming episodes of ASWF? Do you have anyone that you want us to try to get? Do you have any particular matches you want to see? Do you have any questions for us about how we run the show?
Do you want to take a look at any of our other creations? Because we've been working a ton on a lot of other people who are going to show up once I get them retrofitted.
And we got lots of peoples.
You've only seen a few of them so far.
Hugo wants to see blood and boobies, as do we all. I'm sorry that there's only blood in 50% of the matches tonight, Hugo. I can't do anything about the fact that the ladies aren't allowed to bleed, and you'll have to talk to Chris Clarke about the fact that he didn't bust the Viking open.
Yeah, you're his trainer after all. You're the one taking such an interest in him, so you might want to discuss with him why he didn't bust the Viking fella open. But I would say this is not the last we've seen of any of these guys. We're just putting on a bit of a show. Let's see it all. Let's see it all. What does that mean exactly, Olimar?
Later, Olimar, later!
Let's see.
Why don't you show them the belts real quick? Since
All right.
we didn't get to see those. Just run through the belts real quick so they can see it.
Alright, so let's do that then, because that'll help us to explain how things are going to work as far as the divisions as well.
Ghazi wants to see a chainsaw. Don't you bring the chainsaw? Isn't that your job? Didn't you sign up on the sheet for the potluck to bring chainsaws, Ghazi?
Alright, so we've got a few titles here, as you may have
And by a
noticed.
few, I mean we have all the titles.
Alright, so let's start at the bottom, shall we? Here we have the ASWF Next Man Up Championship. Now this is going to go to the person, the man, who... Jeez. Anyway, this is going to go to the person who is in the developmental program and is the top guy in the division. Now what that means is, of course, it's going to be a belt battle, so you're actually going to be able to contest it for it. But what it's going to be for is we're going to run on a relegation and elevation system like you would see out of Premier League or other soccer leagues. Meaning the top two people of both, so the top two men and the top two women, at the end of each cycle, which will end with a super card, is going to move up from BattleForge, where the bottom two men and bottom two women out of Firestorm are going to move down, with the idea being that they have to they have to retrain a little bit. They have to figure out what they're doing wrong. More interestingly is the idea that the bottom two men and women on the BattleForge would end up getting thrown out. The idea being that they clearly aren't up to snuff. They're not good enough. But that may come into play later. We'll see. As it stands, this is the title for the male champion of the BattleForge. The man-up title. You can see it's done up a little jazzy, but for the most part they're going to be simple and clean type of title designs here. So that's the NXT. That's the NXT. Maybe I do need to get rid of that emblem. I think you're right.
I told you. You guys can see he never listens to me.
When have I had time? When have I had time for not being sick?
I had 102-degree fever. Everybody feels sorry for me.
Now this is the women's title for the BattleForge.
It's more different because it's blue.
Indeed. But you can see they have the same sort of theming to them. Right. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, throw them out in the chat now.
Oh, thank you, TJ.
So,
appreciate it.
We figured this would be our way to do something just a little bit different from other companies. You see people hang around all the time, even if they're not doing great. And so the idea with the training program would be, alright, clearly you're not hacking it at the Firestorm level. You need to retrain at the BattleForge if you're going to stick around. And of course that's going to mean messing with people's stats as we go all about. Now, we have another bit of a difference here, in that we have two distinct categories of wrestler. Those being the hardcore wrestlers versus the technical wrestlers. You see, the ASWF itself was founded as largely an offshoot in spirit of ECW. This is back in the EFED days, but as time went on, and more different sorts of individuals got involved, we started doing more technical matches. It wasn't always, blood matches and, barbed wire death cages. And while we did still have a lot of those matches, there was an impetus to move to something different to that. So, what we have here is the Iron Acolyte Hardcore Championship. This is sort of the bottom level of the hardcore division. You win this and you show that you can do it, then you're going to be in line for the big hardcore championship. And that, within this universe at least, is a big thing to go after. So this title is the Intercontinental Championship for the hardcore division, if that makes sense. So, we have that title. And I'm not going to lie to you, I did pick up a couple of creations on the community creations and modify them for this. But I figure if you're posting them there, then that's kind of what you expect to happen. Now, discussing the Intercontinental Championship of its division, here we have the International title.
Oh my god, Olmore.
As we see here, we've got all the nations, so many different nations of the world represented here. Many of these nations actually have been birthplaces and homelands for the people who've held this title. Haven't gotten him back off of loan yet, but you'll see the South African flag there, added specifically for Darian Horn, who is currently doing a bit of world hopping, but is definitely an ASWF original. Somebody will be seen before very long here. So, we've got that. And that's for the technical division. So, now we're going to take a look at the big belts for those divisions.
I like big belts, and I cannot lie.
Here we have what is termed the Big Steel Belt. This is possibly the best hardcore championship within its universe you can get. This is the most prestigious. Pretty much everybody of the ASWF Legends has held this belt and held it seriously. at one point or another. This is a title that has been held by masters, by legends, by absolute face destroyers. This is a title you wish to aspire to. And I'm saying all these things to sort of set up the idea as to what this federation's about. So, that's the big hardcore belt. That's the one you want to aspire to if you are in the hardcore division.
And I think one of the things that Adam wants to put across is that in the ASWF, the hardcore belt is not a joke title. It's not a lower tier title. Being the ASWF hardcore champion is just as prestigious as being the world champion.
Absolutely. You are one of the best in the world if you hold that title.
Oh my god, Omar.
But you are also one of the best in the world from a technical standpoint to hold this title. The ASWF World Championship. This is the maker of men. This is the maker of legends. And it would be the maker of women too, but this game is stupid.
And the original conception of the ASWF and the ASWF that we met in, women and men competed on equal footing, but that's because we weren't limited by 2K18. So hopefully in the future we can move away from this, but until then we will have to divide it up, men versus women.
Indeed. Because actually, the Mrs. Silver we referred to a couple of times as Kali Silver.
We should show them the silvers before we're done.
I think you're right. I think we might want to put on...
So they can see who the bosses are.
Yeah, we might want to put on one more little match to show some of the legends off. So, that's the world title. Now, ladies, you haven't been left out. Trust me on this.
We love you, ladies.
We have too many women to leave anybody out. So here's what it's going to be. You guys have women's titles. You have a hardcore title, which is this one. The Women's Hardcore Championship. Or,
affectionately known as the Bad Bitch title.
Yes, the fan base likes to call it the Bad Bitch title. So if you want to prove you're a bad bitch, you go after this title. Simple as. I like the look of it myself. It's a little bit different. It almost looks like a boxing title because of the circularness of it. It's round, very round.
It is a round belt.
It's a round belt.
And if anyone's interested in challenging for any of these belts, all you need to do is hit us up either in the group chat or on one of our private Skypes and let us know. Who was the last woman to hold the world title before WWE09? That was actually Kali Silver, the owner of the co-owner of the ASWF, and you folks will see her in a little bit.
Indeed. So let's see.
Both Silvers have been multi-time world champions.
Yes. Now here we have
Gazi's going to challenge for all of them. Well, unfortunately, we are hindered by the mechanics of the game, and Blade has assured me that it takes hours to gender swap your wrestler, so Lilith is going to have to go for the women's titles if she's interested.
Ooh, look at it spin. But yeah, here's the Women's World Championship. And this is a highly regarded title as well because of the high place and stake women have held in the company over the years. Even being high on women's wrestling within the States before even TNA Impact was. Which, when you hear all this stuff about the Revolution, it does make you laugh a little bit when you think about how they got beat to the punch by that by an admittedly otherwise laughable company.
Alright, so we've got Zerk and Hugo both saying that they would like to challenge for the Legends title, so we've got two names to put into the tournament.
I reckon so. Let's show off that belt then and let them see what they're going to be going for.
I got to make a list. Got to draw on my inner mama and make a list.
More lists. More lists for this guy. Before we hit that real quick, we're going to take a look at the World Tag Team Championship.
Mommy, may I have a drink?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Thank you.
One moment, folks.
Parental things. Alright, so. Anyway, here we have the Tag Team Championship. This is going to be aspired by for all tag teams of interest. Now, those of you who have cruised around for belts on Community Creations will probably recognize the general concept of this one. We've just dolled it up a little bit, but I like the look of it personally. It's very distinct. So here we are for this. Alright. Now, the most interest we've had so far is in the Legends division, so let's have a looky-loo at that.
We've got to play one name with Blueberry.
Does anyone want to borrow some children? You know, nothing kills the immersion, nothing kills the feel, the stepping away, quite like having 5-year-olds yammer about what kind of juice they have, huh?
Anyway.
So, here's the Living Legend Championship.
And so if you want a challenge for the Legends title, then just hit me up on Skype with your hashtag so that I can download you.
You've probably noticed the ASWF logo done a couple different ways. This one in particular is meant to be a more old school logo. You know, one that has been put away recently, but here we are. Hugo is loving it right now.
He is lusting in his heart.
He needs it. Well, we'll put you in the title running and see if you can get it after all.
Omar, if you want a juice box, you're going to have to get your own. I'm not airmailing that shit.
Mommy, my drink accidentally spilled.
Oh my lord, I'll be right back.
Get your cup. I can't do anything about it if you don't give me your cup. I'm cry about this. Lord in heaven.
And here we have the Women's Legend Belt. So, if there are any women out there, Mrs. Utaker perhaps, who would be interested in going after this particular title, you need merely say so. And we'll get something going there as well. So yeah, the first few shows are going to be a lot of making people champions. Think Hugo's Gold Rush. We're going to be kind of putting everybody in their shows and in their divisions kind of into the mix and see who's going to filter out as far as a champion goes.
Wow, Hugo, that escalated quickly.
But yeah, that's the championships on display here in the ASWF. This one is just an assorted one. I'll probably get rid of it later, but
there it is, folks. Those are the belts. Like I said, just let me know if you want on one of my lists. See how many lists I can get. I don't think I'm going to rival Mama's, but
yeah,
there's a goal to aspire to.
But yeah, hit us up, post it on the ASWF board as to what title you'd like to go for, what championship you want to be involved with. We got a little bit of time before LTD gets rolling at 8 p.m., so why don't we show off a couple of the legends we've mentioned already.
Okay, let's go for it.
So, with that in mind, who do you want to see Derek and Quay ruin?
It depends on what list you want to be on, Omar. Go ahead and pull up Derek while we're waiting for an opponent to be thrown to. An opponent to be chosen.
Let's see here. Yeah, why not? 2. Now we're going to show off another arena here, which is where any fantasy-type matches are going to be taking place. That would be the Dream Match Arena, which exists in a place outside of time and space, as it were. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let's see here. So, here we have Derek Silver.
The hardcore icon, Derek Silver.
Now, is there anybody else on our list you want to take a look at while we're here, or do you want us to just have him and her ravage some people on the regular roster? Just cruise through here a little bit. Do.
Could put him up against Big Red.
Possibly. Random?
Sure.
Alright. What's the button for random?
I don't think there is.
Okay.
Just scroll and I'll tell you when to stop. Stop.
Oh, Christian.
I hate it for you, Captain Charisma.
I'm so sorry.
Bruh. Press F to pay respects for Christian.
So, we're going to be seeing a real dream match here as Derek Silver reaches across the sands of time to face Christian in his primest of prime. Now, as I said, legends are going to be set to 100. So they're going to be set at their usual levels. Now, to give you a little bit of mythology, Derek Silver here is a practiced Muay Thai practitioner. So we're going to be seeing a lot of striking out of him. But he's also got a bit of a judo background, so we're going to be seeing a lot of, throwing around and some certain locks as well. This is a guy who can take you from any angle, and this is the person who I came up with before Adam. Yes.
What's wrong, Tiny? Tiny seems distressed. Why is Tiny distressed?
Yeah, this is the character I had in the ASWF originally, and now it only makes sense that he's stepped away from the ring a little bit, but he's still out every now and again to take care of a little bit of dream match business. Well, that belt he probably just had. Like, that's who's even seen the WCW Hardcore Championship in years? He probably just found that.
It was at a thrift store.
That's the problem. Thanks for clearing it up, Hugo. No, Christian is still very alive and well and living in Tampa, as far as I know. But he's about to get his face punched in here.
No. I would be much more upset if Christian was dead, because Christian's always been one of my favorites. I'm a brood mark from way back, so.
Indeed.
I just dated myself, oh lord.
But yeah, this guy right here is one of the guys you could face for the Legends title. Looks like he's more than ready for this match.
Well, there is a reason that they have 4 kids, Omar.
And his opponent, from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 227 pounds.
But no, I'm sorry to have alarmed you, Tiny. Christian Cage is alive and well.
Yes. I mean, if nothing else, Adam would be distraught. Like, in character,
I mean,
since
that's one of his uncles, yeah.
That's one of his uncles, so one of the ones he was named after, so. But yeah, if you want to know any of the personal mythology about these people, just let me know, either in Skype or through the chat, because we've done a ton of. Yeah, because we've done a ton of backstory on these people too. We're kind of wonks for that. And so we'd like to fill you guys in and have you guys build up your own mythologies as well.
Okay, enjoy your dinner, Tiny. After we finish this up, I need to feed my small child myself, so we'll probably be calling it before too long. But thank you for dropping by.
Yeah, we're going to get one more match so everyone can see the other boss as well. And then we're going to go
I think
from
a
there.
last man standing match might have been a wrong choice if you wanted to make this quick.
Oh, yeah,
But
that's
we'll
the
see
countdown one, isn't it?
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
If it goes too long, we'll just say screw it like Omar did the other day with the women's KO belt. And that's enough of that.
Both men ready and raring in the ring. Derek phase shifting for no particular reason.
Because it's his company and who's here to tell him he can't.
Starts off with a snap DDT right to the ground. He's got him locked up for something else. Don't know what his plan is. And here we go. Neck snapper right off of the bat. As we see, he's going to be going a lot after the neck a lot. After all, his finisher, called 6 feet under, is a drop neck breaker that has, in fact, put some men out of the business.
It's true.
It's a move he doesn't want to hit if he doesn't need to, but he will not hesitate either. Into the... And once again into the barricade. Christian trying to take it to him in a violent way. Nice float over DDT.
You missed your match, but you did great. Make sure you catch the replay so that you can see how well you did.
Yeah, you gotta go back and take a look at that. And don't be surprised if you have a man named the Barbarian after your head after the sort of sketchy way that match ended.
Yeah, look out for giant redheads.
Yeah. Anyway, Christian here with a flip neck breaker. For what it's worth, he's taken it's right to Derek. And for his fast start, Derek seems to be slowing down just a tiny bit here. Fighting up on the ramp, having a little bit of difficulty seeing and following the action. Another float over DDT, this time on the concrete. And I'll tell you what, folks, that is concrete. We do not pad those at all. That is not how we do here in the ASWF, Dream Theater or otherwise. And another snap breaker, my goodness. It looks like Christian's going right after that head too.
Oh, European uppercut from Derek. Ooh, and just drops Christian right on his head.
Damn. Derek is mad now.
That's not a gentleman I would want to make angry if I could help it.
Though I don't know what his plan is right now, walking all the way back to the ring. It's not like countouts are a thing.
He was just going to get the referee so the referee could be there.
I guess. Hi, Chris. How you doing? Derek Silver taking a bit of a powder right now, taking a bit of restitutional. These are two ring veterans we're looking at here, so they are definitely going to be, you know, making the most of these counts while they have them. Looks like we're up to about 7, though.
Jeez, Derek. Oh, there we go. And then Derek realized what kind of a match it was, and was like, oh shit, I need to get back up.
Something like that. And here we go. Looks like we're going up to the top rope. We've got a Hurricane Run on the way. Ooh, big slam right there. I don't know if that's going to be enough to take the big fella down, though. He has taken some serious beatings over the years.
Oh, he's starting to stir. No. Yes, no.
Count is up to 6 right now, so if he wants to get up, he better start getting up now.
Anytime, Derek. Oh, there he is. Christian was waiting for him, gives him a stomp. And then a big elbow drop to the spine. Now Christian's going to do some trash talking while Derek lay there like a slug.
It seems to be his only defense so far. He's definitely taken his good sweet time in this match. Back up to a 6 count without even a motion. 7, 8. He'd better get takes a kick right to the stomach.
Christian Cage certainly did not come here to be made asleep.
Now we're trading blows out here. Up, drop DDT.
And the count begins again. Oh.
Well, back up to 8, and
Now it's
gets
back down
put
to
right
1
back
again.
down.
Things definitely aren't looking very good for him right now.
That's the thing with these last men stand matchings, is you'll see it where when somebody gets on the aggressive, they have to stay on the aggressive so that they can win, ultimately. And you will see it where people just get put right back down over and over and over again like this.
He's got to get up, and he's got to get up now.
Alright, bye Hugo. Take it easy. We are looking forward to HWA tomorrow and Wrestling Survivor later tonight.
Indeed.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Derek Silver reconsidering some of his life choices right now. But he gets right back to his feet after that tap. Oh, it could be time. Unprettier. This could be the bit that puts him down. Especially since he's been sort of laying about this whole time. That ring rust might be a little more vicious than we thought on. Might have to go in and dust it off a bit. At least if he's going to be hanging with the boys at all. Up to an 8 count now.
He's taking a long time to get up, guys.
Here we go. Keeps going. Derek has really got to start putting some moves together after this stand-up to bring it back together. Otherwise, he is just not going to make it through this. This is the time. You got to start putting some moves together now, Derek. Don't make yourself look a fool. Whoop. I don't know what he's got here.
Ooh.
Big GTS. And then a penalty kick right to the face after. Looks like Derek's getting right back on it. Oh, big elbow. Another big elbow. And a swing around neck buster. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Big head punch. And then, oh, that's one. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Die Verse City. Derek Silver has put a number of men down with that move, and he may have just put Christian down with it. He's standing there, menacingly. Just daring Christian to get back up.
Looks like we're at a 7 count. 8. Oh.
And he gets stepped right back down.
He doesn't appear to be in a hurry to get up here. I just don't think he has.
Yeah, I'm with you, Brandon. That's always going to be the Unprettier to me.
Yeah, the Unprettier is a much better name than the Kill Switch, frankly.
Guys, when you have as trained an eye as I do,
I mean,
to a point where you can see the finisher coming before it actually
Pepperidge Farm remembers, and I remember when Christian showed up in the audience and just stood there staring, so...
Looks like Derek's getting ready for something. I don't know what he's getting ready for here. Uh-oh. It's time. 6 feet under.
Well, and that could be it. Let's see what happens.
It's all going to depend on the ref's count at this point. Up to 4 already. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10.
That's it.
6 feet under, put him under.
I mean, very few people ever get up from the 6 feet under, so I can't say I'm surprised, but that was a hell of a showing from Christian. He put on a much better fight than I was necessarily expecting.
You know, that's a good question, but Zerk, I'm not entirely sure. I'm thinking he probably had to call them and get it sorted out with his lawyers.
I mean, at the same time, it's a literary reference, so it might have been in the public domain.
Possibly.
But anyway, so that is one half of the owners of the company.
Yes.
So, in our last match of the night, Derek Silver's, well, prettier half. I think neither one of them would necessarily argue she is the better half. She has a reputation for being a piece of work.
That's one way of putting it.
This is my original character. This is the first wrestler I ever worked with. I've done a lot with her over the last half of my life, which is kind of depressing to think about. But anyway. Born Kali Tirgurviste to a Romanian immigrant father, Kali Silver has worked for the last 20 years as a wrestler, and now is the other half owner and chair of the ASWF. So, should we randomize again to see who she's going to victimize?
I think so.
When? Now we just have to see who's closer. Oh, Stephanie McMahon. Oh, Steph.
Well, no
I
love
have a
lost in this
personal
one.
vendetta against Stephanie because of the way that I got put down as Minerva against her on TJ's show. So I'm personally hoping Kali's gonna whip the paint off of her.
But more to the point, this is going to be a battle of the brands, as it were.
That's true.
And it would seem that Steph is going to be going in with one arm tied behind her back. But with this AI, who the hell can tell?
Stranger things have happened. But after this match, we are going to call it, folks. I don't want to run the risk of getting too close to Blaze's time. And as I said, I do have a small child that I need to feed at some point.
And put to bed.
Yeah, well, the government says I have to feed her, and my sanity says I have to put her to bed, so.
Alright, once more at the Dream Match Arena, this time at night. Ooh, pretty.
Look at the sparkly lights.
Let's hope this is a little bit cooler in the day so that we don't have to deal with all the nasty bugs and such outside. And here we see Kali just straight up flaunting one of the other brand's belts.
She's doing it just to say fuck you to Stephanie McMahon.
Yes, well.
That is the sort of thing she would do.
But yeah, I'm going to have to go in and square some of this out, I think.
Yeah, well, not to worry about.
Seeing two superstars settling it in the ring in one-on-one action, Michael.
Anyway, Kali, one of the premier high flyers in the sport in her time, and even today still trains the lucha-styled members of the ASWF, as well as the heels.
One of her most promising proteges you've seen in HWA, Dustin Murphy.
Indeed. And then we've got the person we should all be booing, because oh boy, is she terrible. Is she kind of the worst. Stephanie McMahon. Boo.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for one-on-one action. And Michael, it sounds to me like this crowd already picked the one.
This is a fortuitous choice. I really am hoping Kali whips the paint off of her. Just knocks her senseless. She and her ilk are not welcome in the ASWF. Also, what is up with her pants?
I don't know. Oh, well, Cece, I'm so sorry you've had the flu. That sucks.
Must be going around.
Well, it is the start of flu season. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
And the match is ready to get underway. This is the biggest mismatch on the night. Kali starting off with a stiff strike and immediately dropping Stephanie McMahon on her head. She is not coming to play, folks. She's not getting paid by the hour. She's getting here to break Stephanie McMahon's head. Pulling her around. Oh, here we go. I think I see what coming. Oh, nice DDT there with the legs. And then bringing her back up. Whipped out to the ropes. Oh.
Stephanie's first offensive match. And cranking on Kali's neck. She's really focusing on the wrong joint here.
You're not supposed to tell people your weaknesses.
Stephanie can't hear my commentary. Stephanie, what is you doing?
I can fly too!
That seems to be what Kali was wondering as well.
Kali raking at the face there, trying to disfigure those features.
This woman is a multi-time world champion and hardcore champion.
Using her knee. Her knee finds the mark.
McMahon with a knee drop to the back and is trying to take some control.
Not for long, though.
And gets kicked straight in the back of the head for her troubles. What in the dicks were you trying to do there, Kali? Not like it phased her at all. In fact, she's got a little time to show off.
When you're Kali Silver, there's always time to show off.
She's getting ready for something. I don't... What?
Oh, no. It's the booty shake glitch.
Oh, no. Boo.
Oh, there we go.
Stephanie breaks her out of it after finally getting a clue.
That might have hurt her ego more than anything else.
Whoop, there we go. And back up to the feet, knocks her around a little bit. Bulldog. Bulldog straight to the ground. Pokes her back up. Swings around. What does she call that one again?
That's the Californication.
And that could be the end of the match, but not quite. Kali Silver getting a little frustrated that this weakling is so persistent, but she might be ready to put her out here. This could be it now. 1, 2, 3.
And 3. That, Stephanie, is why you don't need to mess with the ASWF.
Good night, sweet Pawflo. Seeing some of the match highlights here, most of them involving Kali dropping Steph on her head and finishing the night up, of course, with her patented finisher, whose name I can't remember right now.
Please don't look at me like that. I can't think of it right now either. It's been a long week. I'll hit you guys up on the chat with that later.
Yeah, we'll have to update that on the board. But yeah, that's the end of it. I'm surprised we managed to get 2 hours out of all that, especially considering some of the derping at the beginning. But
thank you guys so much for coming out. We couldn't have done it without you. I appreciate everyone. Just let us know if you want a match, if you've got a character, you've got an idea you want us to help you bring to life. We are here for you guys. Thank you so much for everything.
And we want to throw out a couple of special shout-outs for the people who've shown up tonight. Zerk, Chris Clarke, TJ, Olmar, Hugo,
Cassie, Mrs. U.
Yep.
Brandon Cuevas.
Mr. U.
Bill Haight.
Bill Haight, yes, Bill Haight, absolutely. And we want to throw a shout-out to Blaze as well for popping his head in.
Thank you, Blaze. I appreciate you. Thank you for everyone for coming out. We love you guys. And hopefully this is the first of many more ASWF broadcasts.
Indeed.
So, for Adam Guerin, I am the Mighty Minerva, signing off. And thank you so much. Oh, and Maddie. Can't forget my Maddie.
Yes, cannot forget Maddie. How do we end it?
You hit the home button.